Earlier this year, Louisville welcomed Dr. Gerry Bradley as its 20th president in school history. He's been on the job more than a year now. Before serving as president, Dr. Bradley was the former executive vice president and university provost. He was also the dean of dentistry. So he's been in Louisville for a while, I think since 2016. And we welcome UofL President Dr. Gerry Bradley to WHAS 11 tonight. Thank you very much. You have a lot of energy because you have 5 sons.
Yes, that's correct.
You're a native of Ireland.
Yes, sir.
You got into this job in quite a rush. You had actually been introduced as the provost at UC Cincinnati. The board ousted Kim Schatzel, then you took over. So a year later, tell me, is it a fractured university, or how are you doing? I mean, what kind of job is it you're faced with right now?
Well, Doug, thank you, first of all, for having me on. It may feel like a year to you, but it's actually only 4 months. It was March 26th, and you know it's been an absolute dream. It's been a wonderful experience to be president. I certainly didn't expect to be president, but the opportunity to continue the work I'd been doing as a provost, and I'm starting my 10th year at the University of Louisville. It's become a very special place for me, and as you say, with 5 kids, I've been a busy guy, but I just love what I do.
Well, let's talk about enrollment, because UofL is set for a record enrollment. Right. What kind of figure are you talking about when we talk about that?
Yeah, so our previous record was 23,620. That was set in 1990. So last year we broke our record. We broke the 24,000 mark. It was 24,123. And this fall we're going to break the 25,000 mark. So we are so excited about the momentum at the university. Tomorrow is move-in day, and I will be out there having fun with the students and their families as they move in. So I'm really excited about it. You're
faced with a lot of federal challenges now. The big beautiful bill changing the federal student loan programs, and of course the payback and the grants. How are you able to maintain such a strong enrollment faced with that? And do you think that bill is going to impact you in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are things in the bill that we have concerns about, but we know there's still time before some of the effects of that bill are in there. I mean, I think, when we look at the caps around Pell eligibility is a concern, because it would impact particularly our students who are going on for extended degrees, professional degrees, graduate degrees, PhD degrees. We're certainly concerned about the Medicaid part of it, as well as it regards reimbursement to the Medicaid rate versus the average commercial rate. But we know there's a lot of discussions and time that can happen with that. So we have prepared for that. We have certainly drawn up mitigation plans. As regards our record enrollment, we've been very, very targeted in what that looks like. We've certainly knew that the biggest challenge to our students is unmet financial needs. So we've targeted the Cardinal Commitment Grant, for instance, which is around unmet financial needs. So that I think that's been a part of our enrollment growth, and it's also played a part in our retention increases.
The tuition, I was looking up on your all's website, tuition fees, room rates, meal plan, about $25,000. Looked at UK's a second ago, $37,000. How are you able to keep yours right at about the $25,000 mark? Yeah,
I think we're responsible stewards. I mean, I think we're doing our best to continue to make this as an opportunity for access and equity for students to get an education. We have 39% of our students, 38% are first-generation Pell eligible. These are important students. These are students that it's transformative in their lives. I'm a first-generation student. I know what it's done for me and my family. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that education, and I see that as a kind of a mission of the university and of the leadership team.
So you're right, over the last few months, are things settling down for you? I mean, you, of course, are having to deal with a board of trustees, too, as well.
Yeah. Well, I think, when you look at University of Louisville, despite all of the transition that people, obviously talk about, we've continued to grow, and I think it's a testament to the people we have at the university, because day in and day out our faculty and staff and students show up, and the job is done. I think we're following a strategic plan that's been laid out by leadership. It's been an inclusive process, and we're actually right in the process of developing a new one in the same way.
Can't let you leave without asking about athletics. Of course, everybody's pleased that has settled down at UofL. And in an interview with John Rothstein of CBS Sports just this week, Rick Pitino said he would now come back to Louisville in a New York second, were his words, because of the Tom Jurich way. How involved were you in that, and was that an important thing to honor Tom Jurich?
Absolutely. I mean, I think, when you look at people who have made contributions to the University of Louisville, you've got to look at the continuity of all the efforts that they've done, and history is history. We were so pleased to have Tom back on campus and to honor him and his legacy, because he made Louisville a destination town.
Is that bringing donors back to the school?
You know, hard to say. I don't
Hard to
know,
say.
but I mean, I think from the standpoint of the reception that Tom received and the reception that people have felt around it, I felt all overall positivity. I mean, I think this is a just recognition of the achievements that he accomplished and make U of L what it is in athletics. And you know, coming to the ACC was a big part of the work that both Tom had done.
Great to have you. So nice to meet you. And you're a busy man. He was at the big GE announcement earlier today. So you're doing the big community events.
Thank you so much, Doug. Appreciate it.
Hope you get a refrigerator out of it.